As you guys can hear, the bus is on and it's running. What does that mean? It means the bus is running. It also means that I'm driving a big diesel. I'm driving a big diesel because I need to tow something. I need to tow something because I'm buying another car. In fact, I'm buying another Miata. I'm buying another Miata. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. I am buying another Miata. Now, it's not what you guys think. I'm not buying like a running, driving Miata to make a new bill out of. I am buying a Miata shell, a rolling shell with suspension, and we're gonna use the suspension off this Miata on the drift truck. I was doing some measuring last night. Looks like the front suspension off the Miata should fit. Looks like the rear suspension is not going to fit. So we've decided instead to use a forward 8.8 rear axle back here. The reason why we have to swap this axle out in the first place is that it is drum brake and it's 6 lug and there's no conversion kits for it. So if we put a forward 8.8 back here, it's gonna be light, it's gonna be strong, and it's gonna be awesome. And then Miata suspension up front because power steering and some other cool things and cheapness, and yeah. I'm also getting a couple things for the Rally Miata from this guy. It's gonna be a fun day. It's gonna be a lot of driving. He's down in Indianapolis, about 3.5 hours one way, so that's 7 hours of driving in one day. It's not fun. But with that being said, we should probably get started. I'm running late already, as per usual. Sadly for this adventure, I don't have anyone with me. No Posh, no Audrey, no Zach. Driving 7 hours alone, that's never fun. But hey, that means I can listen to my music as loud as I want, and it doesn't bug anyone. I can't tell you guys how excited I am to get this Miata and to start working on the drift truck. There she is, boys. She, you know, the body's not great, but look at this front subframe. It's nice. And we got a steering rack. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just load it up. I'm also getting this rear bumper for the Rally Miata because I'm going back to the bumper life. Sam also had a power washer, so I power washed the trailer. Finally got all the mud off from the rallycross events and all that. Miata's clean. We're ready to go. Gonna get some lunch and then head home. Hopefully both these things kind of dry off on the way back. I know this thing looks pretty beat up. It's a little rusty, but we've got some good plans for it after we steal the suspension. So I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun. What's not fun is the 4-hour drive home. So let's get started. I'll see you guys back at the shop. We made it back nice and easy. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing unloaded, and then we're actually gonna start working on it right away. So I wanna get some stuff done today. I had to spend most of the day driving, so now I have to spend more time working in order to get on schedule and get this drift truck going. Like I'm about to get ran over and die. Now I want to start off by clarifying that this is not a new project car. I'm not going to be doing anything to this thing. I'm not going to be spending a ton of time trying to fix this mess. I'm actually going to be giving it to Pasha. He can do whatever he wants with it. I'm hoping he's going to turn it into like a little budget race car or rally car or something. The main reason why I got this thing is because it has an entire front and rear suspension. And we are going to hopefully be using the front suspension on the drift truck. Why did I buy an entire car for that? Well, see, I got this entire car with a clean title for $100. So this is a $100 clean title Miata. I also got this aftermarket front bumper, which actually kind of looks cool, I like it. And it's got everything. It's got the brakes, the suspension, the control arms, the subframe, the steering rack, steering shaft, steering wheel, literally everything we need to make it work in the drift truck. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and pull out the subframe right now. Should just be a couple bolts and the steering shaft, and then we can drop it out. Either way, $100 for a Miata. That's cool. The car is really rusty, but the suspension is solid. If we are using the suspension, we are going to get it powder coated, sandblasted, powder coated, and then get new bushings for it, so that'll be all good. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this subframe. Hopefully it's not too hard.
Okay guys, that's gonna be it for today.
No, it isn't. It's a big one. So I couldn't find my 19 mil impact socket, so I couldn't get two of the bolts off. So the subframe is this close to coming out, so we'll come back tomorrow. I'll buy a new 19 mil, and then we'll take the subframe out, and then we're good to go. I missed the rear bumper life, guys. Don't worry, we'll cut it up to make it look a little better, but...
Can I put my legs down now?
Yes. I got it. One thing I discovered about this Miata, there are a lot of spiders in it. Look at that. This is what makes a Miata so awesome, the suspension. I don't know. This subframe is so much deeper than the truck one because the truck, the frame sits about level of the middle of the wheel, whereas the frame on the Miata sits significantly above the frame on the wheel. So if we put this on the truck, this subframe would be sitting about 5 inches lower than that subframe. And then if we wanted to lower it, the subframe would pretty much be rubbing on the ground. I don't think that would work. Bought the Miata, hoping to use the front and rear suspension. Found out I couldn't use the rear suspension, and now I found out I probably can't use the front suspension. The steering rack is definitely, I think that'll definitely work. I think we can use the steering rack off this, which was the major problem with that suspension. And then I think we can probably find a coilover that will fit where the shock fits, and then we can get rid of the torsion bar, and then boom. The problem with the suspension that the truck has now is you can't adjust camber, so we would probably end up modifying the lower control arms to give us more camber. This might be a blessing in disguise. It would have been a lot of work putting this suspension on the truck. The other thing is that the suspension on the truck is actually welded in, it's not bolted in. So in order to test this subframe, we would have to cut the suspension off, which I don't want to do unless if I know that this subframe is going to work, and I'm pretty sure it won't. So if the suspension on the truck unbolted, I'd just unbolt it and test it, but it doesn't. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take some pictures of that shock there, contact some coilover companies, see if they've got any ideas, and then we'll go from there. Either way, in the next video, we're going to start pulling the engine on the truck. And I think we found out what we want to do with this Miata, but that is going to be it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. This is all very new to me. I've not done anything like this, so feedback, criticism, ideas, support, that's greatly appreciated. Maybe, just maybe, we could use the knuckle off the Miata as well. We can't figure it out more until we take everything out of the truck, and then we can start unbolting, bolting stuff up, testing things. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, give it a dislike. Huge thanks to Sam again for the $100 Miata and all the bumpers and stuff. Even though I'm not using the stuff from it, $100 is still, it's $100. I mean, a Miata for $100, like, come on. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.